Welcome to the channel. Got a feelings. And the question of the day is, will Devin Haney's brand take a hit for suing Ron Garcia? My answer to that question is yes. And I'm going to tell you why, of course, because, it's a channel. But let's get straight into it. So the reason why I think his brand is going to take a hit is because there's been things like this that have happened in the past. Maybe not taking PEDs, but where somebody has cheated another fighter. I can think of Billy Collins versus Luis Resto, where Billy Collins, he had no other choice. He was blinded. He couldn't fight again. He didn't sue. But Luis Resto and Panama Lewis did go to jail and was convicted of charges. You got the Miguel Cotto Margarita situation, where Cotto, and his situation was far worse. This guy had cement plaster in his hand wraps. Did not sue. He wanted to fight again. Now, to the Devin Haney situation. A pictogram, or a billionth of a gram, of ostarine in his system, which the adverse effect of that, I don't know, I'm no scientist, but I would assume would not have gave Ron Garcia any substantial advantage, that the fight would have been different. And the real reason I think they're suing is because of the fact that they know they can't beat him in all actuality. That's just what it is. That's what I believe. They can't beat him in a fight, so they're gonna try to hurt him the most ways they can. And this is one of them. Hit him where it hurts, the pockets. And, I can't be mad at Devin Haney's handlers, which is his dad. He's been moving his career along great, and I respect what Devin Haney's father has done for his son. But I think, after a situation like this, it's time for Devin Haney to get out his dad's shadow. You're the star. You're the one putting in all the work. You're the one in that ring. Let your dad handle business, of course, behind the scene. But it's time for you to take over your brand as a man and as a fighter and as a superstar that you are. Because he's not a little piece in the puzzle of boxing. He's a big major piece in the sport of boxing, at least from the 135 to 147 division as of right now. He's a big name. And, it's the damage is done already. He could probably take the lawsuit back, but, the damage is done, that it's been filed, and it's going to be like, he might as well go all the way through with it now. But, I think in all actuality, they can't beat him, even if it was to be a rematch or something like that. I think they would still have a hard time, because I'm pretty sure they knowingly know that a billionth of a gram of ostarine is not going to have any adverse effects as well. I don't think nobody's that dumb to hear those numbers and, could think otherwise. The results would have been the same. He has more to blame of himself, Devin Haney, than anything. Keep your right hand out. When you see Gervonta Davis fought Ron Garcia, even though Ron Garcia was compromising, I'm down this hill saying I believe a healthy Ron Garcia beats Tank. He's the only one out of the four Kings or Shakur Stevens and any of those guys. Ron Garcia is the only one that can beat him, mainly because he has the pop. And he's fast. And you heard Tank say it himself. He was scared. Not scared. I think he said scared, but, nervous or something like that of that of his punching power. He's seen him knock guys clean out. But when you see Gervonta fight him, he ain't have his hand here. He ain't have it. He had that he had it like this. Like Gervonta already knew he would not drop that right hand for nothing. Had it way up here. You know. And I think, and even still, you know, the left, eventually you're going to get hit with it somehow, some way, you know, eventually, because you can't keep your right hand up the whole fight. You got to throw it eventually. And I think, I don't know how you work on your chin in boxing, you know. I don't know if that's even possible, you know. So, and I know Devin Haney said, well, how can you not have a chin if you keep getting up? Yeah, but eventually, I mean, you know, eventually some of those shots you shouldn't have got up from. You know, you were wobbled. The fight should have been stopped in some of those instances. But nonetheless, you know, I think his brand is going to take a major dip. What would be, and see, this is the thing. Devin Haney doesn't have anything exciting enough about him to where as though he could come back from this. You know, whereas though somebody could be like, well, knocking guys out, or he's exciting in the ring. He's not putting on, you know, wars or battles, you know, where somebody really want to tune in. Most of the fights where people tuned in is because he had another name, somebody brought name value with it. And even the Ryan Garcia fight didn't happen. He blames it on how Ryan promoted or whatever. But nonetheless, you know, we'll see where his career goes from here. But I think, you know, nobody's going, I mean, people might still call him out for his name value and say, you know, I beat Devin Haney. Because I think Devin Haney is overrated. You know, he does a lot of amateur-esque things in the ring. You know, dipping down when, you know, he's throwing, you know, certain shots. You know, having his hands low. I heard somebody else allude to this. When he throws his jab, he has like a bow and arrow effect. And, you know, without the punching power, and that's why he's so afraid to move up in weight. That's why he's willing to kill himself to be as low as possible and try to weight bully guys, because, you know, he can't punch through a wet paper bag. But not here to bash Devin Haney. You know, he's a great athlete. You know, he puts in a lot of work. He's worked really hard to get where he's at. And for him to have the qualities that he have and been able to make the money that he's made, you know, it's like, that's a great blueprint for somebody who has those flaws. So, you know, we'll see though. I think it's a bad move nonetheless. Let me know what y'all think in the comments below. You know, like, subscribe, you know, all the YouTube stuff. I'm out. I mean, shit.